In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a work item in Azure DevOps. Let's dive right in and simplify this process to make it as smooth as possible in your workflow. First, you're going to begin by signing into your Azure DevOps organization. Once you're logged in, go ahead and open the project where you want your work item to exist. This step ensures you're working in the correct context from the start, which is especially important if you're juggling multiple projects. Now focus your attention on the left-hand menu. In this menu, you'll notice several options, but for our task today, click on Boards. From there, you'll see options like Backlogs and Boards. Which one you choose depends on the view you're most comfortable with or need. However, do note that going through Boards Work Items is another valid path if that's your preferred way. If you're managing multiple teams, make sure you select the correct team context to ensure you're in the right backlog or board. Now that you're in the correct location, it's time to start creating your work item. Within your chosen board or backlog view, there's a button labeled Plus New Work Item, or simply a plus sign. Click on that to proceed. A menu will appear, allowing you to select the type of work item you wish to create. This could be a bug, a user story, a task, and so on. Pick the one that aligns best with the work you are tracking. Next, enter a title for your work item. This is a mandatory field, as it serves as the primary identifier and summary of your task. With the work item created and titled, let's fill out the rest of the details that will define and categorize the work further. Start by assigning the item to someone responsible for the task. Then set the initial state of the work item. The default values here might vary depending on the type, so choose appropriately. You'll also want to specify the area path and the iteration path, effectively telling Azure DevOps which team or area this work belongs to and what sprint or iteration it falls under. Providing a descriptive explanation in the description field is crucial, as it gives clarity and full context about the task at hand. Don't forget to add tags. These are useful for filtering or categorizing your work items later on. Once all these details are filled in, click Save to finalize your entry, or simply press Enter if you're using the Quick Add method to speed things up. To ensure everything is as it should be, confirm that your newly saved work item appears in the backlog or board view you initially chose. Within this view, you have the flexibility to drag this item around, moving it into the appropriate column or iteration as needed. If you're working from the backlog view, you can also reorder these items or set their priority based on your project needs. This process not only organizes your work efficiently, but also enhances the overall workflow, making it easier for you and your team to keep track of progress. That's it. You've successfully created and organized a work item in Azure DevOps.